The road curved along the sea, but the silence was heavier than the waves. Rango's bike roared into the dying light, yet even that sound felt swallowed by the air. On a weather-torn pole, a poster fluttered with one chilling command. After dusk, no speaking. The world around him had fallen mute, and he had no idea why. The village moved like a dream. People passed one another, lips sealed, hands whispering in gestures. A wrinkled woman raised a finger to hush him, her eyes wide with fear. Above them, iron chimes swayed, but not a single note rang out. Rango felt the silence pressing closer, like something alive, waiting for him to break it. Inside the dim library, shadows stretched across rows of forgotten books. Mira sat with a lantern, refusing to speak. Her pen scratched across a piece of paper, "Do not make a sound after dark. The whispers are listening." As Rango read the words, a hiss rose between the shelves, like something unseen was stealing his breath away. The water rippled black under the moonlight. Flocks of birds spiraled above, restless, circling. From the sea came a voice, soft yet piercing, wrapping around him. "Rango, tell us the truth." The words were not spoken, but breathed by the wind. He froze, realizing the silence was no longer protection. It was bait. A hidden stair led to the basement, walls lined with names strung together in red thread. Some threads were violently cut, their names scratched away. Mira's hand trembled as she wrote, "The whisper feeds on secrets. The truth is its feast." The air thickened, voices of the vanished clinging to the stone, begging never to be heard again. The cliff shook with the rage of the sea below. At the shrine, broken statues watched as Rango lifted a glowing glass bottle, humming with captured breath. The storm pressed closer, and the carvings warned of voices locked within. When the wind called his name, it wasn't the sea that answered, it was something darker. The floor groaned under his steps. From holes in the walls, black smoke drifted, whispering his name. "Rango, your secret, speak it." The air clawed at his chest, dragging out memories of fire and a hut burning in the night. This place didn't ask questions. It demanded answers, and it demanded them now. The storm swallowed the lane, rain crashing hard on cobblestones. Rango knelt, chalk shivering in his hand as he wrote, "Silence, truth, trap." At the far end, a shadow stretched impossibly long, the whisper. Behind him, Mira hung the wind chimes upside down, their silence trembling in the gale. Even the storm seemed to listen. The bell tower groaned as the storm beat against its stone walls. Rows of bottles glowed faintly, each one holding a stolen breath. Mira set the trap, her hands shaking. Then it came, sliding through the cracks, faceless, shapeless, bending the air itself. The whisper filled the tower, and every breath felt stolen. It coiled before him, smoky limbs twisting, a void where a face should be. "Speak, tell us." Its words crushed his mind without sound. Rango raised the bottle to his lips, his breath trembling. And with one lie, whispered into glass, he gave the monster exactly what it craved, but not what it expected. The bell tolled, its echoes bending backward. Bottles rattled, spilling stolen silence. Chimes rang in reverse. The whisper writhed in confusion, pulled between a lie and nothingness. Mira opened another bottle, unleashing a wave of suffocating quiet. The creature flailed, starved, caught in the contradiction it could not devour. With one last breath, Rango hurled the bottle into the storm. It shattered midair, false whispers exploding in light. The whisper tore apart, screaming without sound, dissolving into glowing spray carried by the wind. The bell rang again, louder, breaking years of silence. For the first time, the village heard its own voice return. Morning came golden and soft. The villagers stood in the square, their voices trembling as they spoke again, fragile but free. Mira turned to him, her first word carried on the light. "Thank you." Rango only smiled, letting the silence linger. For once, it was not a curse, it was peace.